saddle on in a while, so I spent a little extra time. She was pretty good about it, but yeah, just again, kind of like any partnership, we got to learn some feel differences in how I want things versus how our owner wants things. I need another step forward there. There you go. Maybe a little further than I wanted, but it's still a nice reach for my foot there. I don't want it too close and I don't want to contort there. And I wanted to talk a little bit in the warm-up while I still have some battery left on my phone. About, since it's a warm day and sometimes she wants to get downhill a lot, and if I go uphill she wants to kind of block and stop there, so I'm working at her kind of coming uphill, and it will take a little bit with my feet because she just wants to get stuck, and then she drops down again. And that's great, she can relax. So I should be able to pick her up there. So I'll do it again as I cool off, but I wanted to make sure while I had some battery on my phone and some time to talk about this, because we were, I don't know, talking about it the other day, and really it's probably, it's a nice day today, like 81 for us. That's really nice for late May. She goes downhill. I want her to go uphill. Now back up there. Here's uphill. When I reach for you, you reach up for me. If I was down here, then I don't mind her going down so low. When I reach kind of up in here, there you go. And sometimes there'll be a lot of things that helps her top line kind of getting up under there a little more, not being so hollow there. But as I bend here, see how crooked her head, she wants to, her ears way down, and she's overflexed there. I don't want to overflex. Sometimes people get busy pulling their head around rather than driving. I'll do a lot of lateral there, but that's overflex, reaching, nibbling on my shoe. So when she lifts that head up, I'll release. Now, a horse that's crooked, she doesn't need to go past 90 there. But a horse that's crooked will put a lot of weight on this outside shoulder. So I'll either release there for her lifting that head pole up a little more and getting level. Want that head up there a little more level. Or opening that outside shoulder in time. And I have to pick. I have to kind of have a clear vision of what I want. Because if she's moving her feet, and I don't want her to, then I have to hold and wait till she stopped. And because I want a little more proper flexion, there's that outside shoulder. See, she's leaning on it, and when she finally moved it, she about fell over. Hey, get your head up. Don't chew on my leg. Might have to shorten this outside rein. I don't want my foot chewed on. She's going to back there. See, that's kind of that imbalance. She should be rolling forward and through, if anything, and lifting that pole. There's a little trot. It's really hard because when they get busy and there's so much going on, she's chomping at the jaw there. She reached up. Nice. That's down. There. Reach up for me. It can be minuscule changes. That's too far. Now I want her to lift up. It's up, but she still really twists there. You can see right as that shoulder, you play that probably a point where it was better, and it was so good so quick, I should have released. And I think it's important to talk about mistakes here, and that's kind of why I don't, well, let's be honest, I don't have the time to edit anyways. But I think there's a real value to you guys in not seeing those edited things and hearing about them. It's really nice there. Again, I'm being greedy, and I maybe should learn from the last time. There's a little try, not much, but I kind of pushed again because it's so close. And some of that's just an experience. It's a little low, so I want her to lift up there with her neck. Just the hind's not going to work. If I was working on her moving the hind feet, that would work, but I want her lifting that pole a little more. We're trying to get her to go a little more uphill and a little less downhill. She did try a little there, and I gave kind of a feather release, but then she went to take afterwards. I don't want them taking after either. And again, sometimes you have to learn, because they'll be like, man, what are you looking for here? And they'll get a little, see, that's overflex. I don't want that. And you don't just sit here and like gung-ho and pull on them. But I want to have her loose enough where she can search. And I don't want to like trying to crank her head around where she's taking over. There, that pole came up a little. When I reach for her, there she went down. I want her up when I reach for her. I want her coming up to my hands there. Keep walking. Again, sometimes she wants to back up for the slightest thing. It's nice to back up, but I should be able to get soft first. And if you're walking, I don't want to have to keep driving. I'm not trying to drive them up to my hands. I'd like just the energy in my body to keep them going. So that might be another piece we work on, is her really coming off my leg, my seat. That's better. It's a little straighter. Draw this side. Harder for you to see. Overflex. There. Good. Reward. And this is something that you can do. It's great cool down. I'll cool down again on it. It's a good warm up. Work on stretching and getting proper flexion. On a hot day, you can do it in the shade. You don't have to kind of go thundering around in the sun. There. She learns to lift that pole, you see. So it's important for that proper flexion. And when I first got onto this, my good horses, from all the lateral I did, the haunches in, the leg yields, the half passes, they were good. But when you can implement this on your more green horses, it helps to advance them faster. But I got kind of picky in the beginning, and I wanted it too perfect. And that's what I say, you got to remember and sometimes go, well, maybe I should have rewarded for that, because then the horse got lost, and the horses got kind of frustrated. So the smallest change in the slightest, try and build on it. That's kind of the most important thing, and that's important with all of the riding. And again, in life in general, is to build up rather than tear down. And I don't want to hinder my students by slowing them down too much. So I will push that envelope. I think that's valuable, but you have to remember in that and kind of go, well, maybe less was more. And again, just to throw that tag in there, sometimes I have to do less to get less before I can do less to get more. It might not be as great of a change if I did than if I did more, but at least it gets them searching to do less. Because a lot of times human nature is, let's do more and let's make them do it. So, I mean, if that worked, I could get all of you to type comments and questions and push the like button, but making any living, breathing, thinking creature doesn't work. But I do hope, do pray that this information is valuable and you do share it with others. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy the journey. We'll catch you on the next one.
Ciao.